What's
Hi,
up, everyone?
I nobody said anything.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hope Shot. I have to mute something, or it's not going to. It's. I mean. See?
What's happening?
We don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh.
In the meantime, while Justin's figuring things out, would you like me to read the clarity statement?
Run it.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's a yes. The Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. And thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah, you can talk. It's okay.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was muted or not.
No, we can fill time while Justin's figuring his life out over there.
Okay.
Well, I just got back in town from vacation and I am well rested and I feel fantastic and it was much needed. And oh man, I feel like $1 million. I'm really happy to be back on. So it's really good to see everybody's faces. I checked out and went to a cabin on a mountain with almost no Wi-Fi, no connection, very little cell service, and it is exactly what I needed just to unplug for a little while. How's everybody else's holidays been?
Mine was simple, man. It was simple, but a lot of family, a lot of rest, a lot of surfing. Yeah.
Nice. I mean,
yeah, it just happened that as soon as we went on vacation, that two cold fronts came in back to back. So there was plenty of waves right here on this coast. So I took full advantage. I went surfing 4 times last week. So yeah, it's been a cool little holiday and a lot of, like I said, a lot of family, a lot of connection. And yeah, it's just simple though, nothing crazy, it's it was like you said, Caesar, is exactly what I needed this year. Last year was a little more hectic.
Yeah, we the second day we were there, it started snowing and
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it snowed for 2 days straight. And I didn't realize that we were talking to some people there and they're like, this is the first snow we've gotten all year. So
wow.
the time that you showed up, it just started snowing. It snowed all night. We woke up and everything was just white and beautiful. And it was just awesome. We went to this big retreat facility. I'm probably saying this wrong. It was an Ayurvedic retreat center at the top of a mountain. And we got massages. And at this big retreat center, they own 300 acres at the top of a mountain. And they've got like meditation things. I don't know what you exactly call it, but they have like these big spiritual centers and meditation rooms, and they've got little apartments and stuff, and you can go for a week-long retreat. We just went up there to go get some sweet massages, but now that we've seen it, I'm like, ooh, we got to go back there and do an actual like week-long retreat. It's incredible. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. At the top of a mountain. So, how you doing over there, Justin? We making any headway?
I don't even know anymore. Okay, so oh my god, that was like right there. How long we've been on? 5 minutes. That was the most anxiety-ridden 5 minutes of my life. I am hearing you guys talking, and then there's another tab with more talking, so it's going like echoing, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to shoot myself. So.
Are we all right now?
Exit out of the tab. We're okay now. Everything's good. We're all right. What'd I miss?
Nothing. We were just talking about how we spent our vacation, trying to fill some time while you figured out stuff and things.
Thanks.
Yeah, Caesar and Nate are bragging about going off and Caesar's doing like ayahuasca out in Mount Kilimanjaro and Nate's out surfing. Meanwhile, I'm just here surfing my, bed sheets and comforter for a couple of days, taking it easy.
Hey, but today's a special day though for you, boy. Today's 1 year.
Yeah.
Year anniversary.
Yay. I didn't do anything.
Hold on. Oh no, not that
Oh
one.
no, I forgot. Yeah, is that
No, this one. Confetti.
There we go.
Did you do it for me?
No, it's an Apple thing. You wouldn't understand.
It's an Apple thing. You wouldn't know
Yeah,
that.
of course it is. Ridiculous.
Yeah, well, everybody talking about vacations. I went on vacation and got sick. I was sick the whole time. I was sick. Yeah, it was horrible. But not ayahuasca.
Kelly,
Ayurveda?
he purposely said that. He knows.
He knows you ain't doing no ayahuasca.
Yeah, if we had Chakra in here, she could explain it better, but you're stuck with me, and I can't explain Ayurvedic anything. I know the place was incredibly beautiful.
It looked like it.
It did.
Dang, man. Let's say what's up with some people. Did you do that? I wasn't paying
We haven't
attention.
said hi to anybody, and we haven't mentioned what the topic for the evening is going to be because I didn't want to steal your thunder, sir.
Well, I appreciate you, but you can steal my thumb wherever you want. All right. So I hope you guys had a great end of last year, Christmas. We've been kind of MIA, just trying to take a break. We need that break sometimes. And that's part of self-care is taking that break and going on vacation and being with family and not doing the do's of daily life. And even though I was sick, man, I could sit here and cry about I had all these plans and expectations and all this, and it sucked,
God hit the brakes for you, bro. You were going too fast.
Yeah, I guess, man. I was going 150 miles an hour. Got a speeding ticket, got pulled over, put in jail. And man, it knocked me on my ass and the kids, and Jace is still messed up. But we need that slowdown. And I've been sick in a long time, and I had a fever 3 days nonstop, like shivering, like I was naked in Alaska. That's that's the only thing I think about it. Just naked in Alaska. Sounds like something on A&E.
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah. Naked and Afraid. There it is.
I'll be trying to burn that image out of my brain. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anytime, Rudolph. Happy 1 year.
Happy 1 year. Think about that.
Naked and Afraid. But hey, tonight's topic, we're going to talk about the new year, new me, and what that causes in our psyche, because we put these expectations on what the next day of, doing all these activities, and you're getting, crunked on sugar and family and all these things. And Christmas is stressful. It really is. And then we're going to make these huge accomplished goals right off rip. Right. And it really sets you back a little bit, because if we don't fulfill what we decide to do that next day, then what does that look like, And I know what it looks like for me, man. And I've tried New Year's resolutions, but they do work too. You just have to be in the right mindset, But when that comes is when it comes, Today is my 2 years no smoking cigarettes. 2 years today. And that was a New Year's resolution of mine, to stop smoking cigarettes. And and I accomplished it. But you know how many times I've tried and tried and tried and tried, and it never came to fruition. And I used to beat myself up when I didn't follow through with those goals and those, sometimes it's like unrealistic expectations. I'm sitting here trying to get clean and not drink or whatever that looks like. And then I'm going to throw not smoking on it. Like, come on, like, calm down. Let's one thing at a time.
So you quit smoking on New Year's Day and you got sober on New Year's Day. That's some.
He did.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's one. Rudolph, got sober on New Year's Day. That's some pretty big boy New Year, new me stuff going on right there. Successful New Year, new me stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just- But how many times? That's what I'm saying. And how many times does it take? Because sometimes it doesn't stick that first time, you
A
know.
lot.
And we can't beat ourselves up going into this thing. And you know, it's okay, man. Try again tomorrow. But I'm gonna say what's up with some people, and then we'll chat about it real quick. We got Christina. What's up, Christina? Happy New Year to you as well. We got Sarah. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you as well. We got Helen. Hey guys from upstate New York. All right. I bet you're cold up there. Don't bring that stuff back down here. Okay. Keep that up there. We got Kelly. Happy New Year to you. And we have Sarah with 67 days clean today. That's what's up. Hey, put your clean dates in there, man. Let's see them first of the year. Let's see those clean dates fresh out of the box. You know, and then your first time here, man, we do this live every Sunday. It's not Sunday today. Why? Yesterday was New Year's Eve. Let's see. We have Steven about to go to a meeting. Hell yeah. We got Chris. That's a good way to start the new year off, right? We got Crystal. She's Happy New Year from 40,000 feet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Crystal.
Happy New Year, Crystal.
Happy
we
New
got
Year.
Lou. We got Mr. Rudolph's mom on here.
Yay!
Yay!
He looks so excited.
Great. She got to hear the enthusiasm. I'm going to hear about that later.
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, you got a pretty awesome support network, buddy.
Yeah. I'm blessed for sure.
Bridget, stuffing things are great. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, they are.
We got Rebecca is very cool. 13 and a half years clean here. Onwards and upwards. Let's go. We have Amy Lee. Good to see you. She says, congratulations to you, Rudolph.
Thank you.
We got Big Steve. What up, the shot?
Big Steve.
What up, Steve?
Happy New Year. We got Lauren up in Bushnell, Florida. What's up to you? Happy New Year.
Drove right through there today.
We got Scott. Had a mental breakdown. I lost my car, my house, my job, and the only thing I have left is my sobriety. And I couldn't be more grateful I didn't lose that too. Oof, man.
That is great perspective right there.
That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, man, for that. Just having that perspective, man. I'm so sorry about your house and your car, man, but all things that can be replaced.
Yeah. Things can be replaced. Your life can't. So
Exactly.
We got Steve says out with the old, new year, new day, new opportunities to be a part of life. Live life, not my story. We got Megan is 2/29/23, 95 days today. Congratulations to you.
That's awesome.
Excuse me. We got Bridget's, it's 5/11/23. Congratulations. We got Lauren 12/19/21. Scott February 7th, 22. We got Steve 10/9/2006. We got Christina 5/6/19. We got Rebecca's watching from New Zealand. You guys are great. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for the support.
I want to go to New Zealand.
Me too, my friend. Me too.
Sounds so new.
We'll take the Hope Wagon.
We got to take this show on the road.
You better not tempt me. You
Hope
already see the
shot
bus
live
the other line.
Live from New Zealand, buddy. You know Nate will go. They got waves.
Here we go. We got Mama says, love you guys for all your help wrangling Rudolph Wise in.
Oh, it's our
Now I'm jealous though because I can't be down in the comments like making smart ass comments.
No, they're coming at you. You can't provide them.
Yeah, who wants to kick it off? Caesar, you go. You're already unmuted.
Oh, I just go.
Yeah, just go, bro. Hit it.
I'll just hit it. Let's see. Hold on. What's it say? Next time you're coming through Bushnell, fuel at Love's and see if I'm inside at Arby's. You know what? I love stopping at Love's. I go shopping in there. They got the hoodies. They got the ponchos. They got the sunglasses. They got all the trucker gear. Love me some Loves. We go out of our
They got
way. I'll
everything.
skip like 4 exits and darn near pee myself to try to find a Loves instead of a Pilot. I'm serious. I will. All right. I don't know exactly where you wanted to go with this, but the new year, new me thing, as I stated at the beginning of the show, I've never really done that, but I do look at the beginning of the year as an opportunity to set things in place. Now, in the past, I never did a New Year's resolution because I knew that there was no shot that I was going to live up to any of it. You know, when I was actively using and all of those things that come with that, I knew better than to say, I'm going to quit drinking January 1st, because I was not going to quit drinking on January 1st. I wasn't going to quit anything on January 1st. But I like the way you spun it, you know, new year, new me, or is it? I don't want to set myself up for disappointment, but I do want to have goals. So I try to set small, maintainable changes in my life, if that makes any sense. So we were talking about Apple Watch stuff, and like I was talking to my coach tonight, you know, trying to increase my cardio on a daily basis, not just lift weights to lift weights for vanity, but do stuff for my heart, you know, to make me last a little bit longer and be a little bit healthier. And it's like anything in life. If you set these little goals that are achievable instead of setting one gigantic goal that is all or nothing, it's a lot more attainable. So I like to take these little baby steps, and then I keep moving up and I keep moving in the right direction. And I try not to set myself up for failure with a giant all or nothing thing like I'm going to lose 50 pounds by this day. And you give yourself that hard line. And then if you don't hit it, you're like, oh my God, you know, I failed, you know, I didn't do it. And then you start carrying in the guilt and shame and all the negative thoughts that kind of come with that. So try to, I guess I would say I'd keep my perspective in one of just continued slow growth, maintainable, not easy, but maintainable and attainable. So for me, hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Sorry, there's a party going on upstairs, and I wasn't invited.
No respect. No respect.
You know, it's just like when I first got into recovery, I looked at the people that had 10 years, 15 years, and I wanted to be like them immediately. And that's not the way that works. I'm not going to be like them spiritually. I'm not going to be like them financially. I'm not going to have any of those things overnight. It took time and it took small steps in the right direction every single day. And the new year goals, for me, they shouldn't be any different. They have to be something that is not so unattainable or not so drastic that I put myself in a position where if I don't do it, that I feel like crap about myself. You know, we talk about our recovery all the time, and I always want to spin it back to that because weight loss goals are great. This is great. That's great. Financial goals are great, but we're on here to talk about recovery. So, you know, if you're looking at your recovery goals and you've got somewhere you want to be, you want to have a job within 30 days. Don't put the time limit on that. Leave it open-ended as my goal is to get a job, period, not a job in this many days. So you don't set yourself up for disappointment. If your goal is to get your kids back, just don't put the date on there. Hey, I'm going to work towards this year, new year, new me. I'm going to work towards getting my kids back. That's the goal. Not I'm going to get my kids back. I'm going to work towards getting my kids back. I want to get my license back. I'm going to get my license back. No, I'm going to work towards getting my license back. And if we're always moving in the right direction, we're always growing and we're getting better, as opposed to setting ourselves up for disappointment when that deadline comes and we didn't meet it. It's just another thing that we can throw on our back and go, oh, well, you know, I knew I wouldn't do that. I'm a piece of shit. You know, you don't want to set yourself up to feel bad about yourself again when we're just getting out of the pit that we were in of addiction. You know, just making our some headway and feeling good about ourselves. So put some thought into where you want to go and be kind to yourself. Don't set a hard deadline, just set an open-ended goal of where you want to go. And if you keep taking the small steps forward, you'll be shocked when you look back. You'll realize you're halfway up the mountain already and you don't even realize it. So that's my two cents on that.
Yeah, I like that, Caesar, and it's mostly it's what do you set a day goal? You know what I mean? It's not a day goal; it's a year goal. We work towards it. We're working toward an actual goal that we want to achieve. And just because you set it on the first that you're going to do it doesn't have to be like it's okay. We fumble. If we're perfect, we wouldn't be here.
So that's like me saying. It's a bad example, but I'm going to say it anyway. I want to lose 50 pounds this year, which obviously I'm not going to lose 50 pounds, but
please
say that's the goal. And if you say I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year and you lose 49 pounds at the end of the year and you're at the next new year, is that a loss really? But because you put the number on it, it's like, oh, I didn't achieve my goal. It's awful. Shit, it's 49 pounds. How is that awful? But if you just leave it open-ended and say, I want to be healthier and I want to lose weight this year, and you don't stick that hard line on there of it has to be 50 pounds, then when you get to the end of the year and you lost 49 pounds, you're like, man, I absolutely killed it. And it goes right back to being a perspective thing. So don't paint yourself into a box. Leave it open-ended and just look for progress towards your goal as opposed to always meeting that finish line of the goal.
Love it. And these goals is a constant work because I'll tell you right now, when I quit smoking 2 years ago, I still think about smoking.
Perfect. There you go.
I still think
how you did it, Justin.
Okay. Well, 2 years ago, I quit smoking because I said, you know what, I'm just tired of it. I'm a slave to my back porch. That's what I was. I was a slave to my back porch because vaping has never been my thing, really. It's never, I don't know. I'm all in or all out. It's either I do freaking heroin or I'm in recovery. But that's just what it is. Just what it is. I'm not an occasional drinker. I'm not an occasional pothead. I'm not an occasional anything. So the smoking, I was really, it was making me a slave to my back porch, and I'd sit out there for hours and lose a lot of time and, enjoy activities, and stuff like that. Like I'm going outside for smoking when I'm eating dinner. And I've done that multiple times too on New Year's Eve or whenever, just any time. And I never could get it. And I always said, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to. So no, I did not do it cold turkey. I did it with vape. Okay. I know since I don't really like vape, I used it kind of like Suboxone. You know what I mean? It was my Suboxone. I used it for dosing down on nicotine. I didn't do the salt nic because you can't really dose down on that. So I used the drip. They would give you the 6. Then I started at 6, and then I went to 3, and then I went to 1.5, and then I was done. So, and it worked. I did it all the way up till I said I wanted to be done by my 40th birthday. That was my goal in my head. And once you put it into your head, you got to psych yourself out of like these things that I don't know why it clicked this time, but I said, I don't want to smoke. I want to quit smoking before my 40th birthday. So New Year's Eve was my first, New Year's Day was the quit cigarettes. And then I dosed myself down till the night before my birthday, and I stuck with it, and it clicked. And I haven't done any nicotine since I turned 40. So now everybody knows my freaking age. Just kidding.
Ew.
But those little things that freaking work sometimes, man. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But I just wanted to not smoke past that, and that's what I did.
Did you set any goals for this year?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I always have goals.
Would you want to share with us?
All right, I'll share my goals. Okay.
Tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys pick words for what your word is for the year to focus on that like kind of coincides with your goal, but that's a good idea, Yeah.
Yeah.
You do? Okay. So my goal this year is to be more intentional. Intentional is my word. And I picked a secondary word too, like alignment, because I feel like those two coincide. But it's to spend more one-on-one time with people, like one-on-one, like my daughter, all my daughters, my son, my wife, date nights, all these things to have that I don't know, the moments, right? I get caught up in obsession really bad with work and going. And I just get stuck. And I don't make time for people that want my time. And I'm losing out on time. You know what I mean? So I told myself this year I'm going to start putting some dates together. I'm going to get a calendar out, which I haven't done it yet. So it's not like, I'm not beating myself up over it either. But
It's only the first, bro.
I know,
Okay.
I know. But yeah, exactly. This is not just a 1-year event. You know what I mean? This is a lifetime event that I always want to work on, because if you could get that goal worked out that first year, you know what I mean? Even if you hit a couple, a couple little blocks in the road, right? It's a lifetime thing we're working on, not just a small portion. Once you get it, it's done, right? We want this thing to last for lifetime. So I'm gonna get a calendar out. I'm gonna start putting some days down that says, hey, we're gonna, maybe switch off this day, and we're gonna take each other out. And then me and Tiffany are gonna do like maybe once a month. I would like to do a date night, where it's some personal, one-on-one quality, figuring each other out kind of deal. You know what I mean? Because even though we've been married for a while, we've been together for a while, do we really know each other? I don't know. Or on a deeper level, because we evolve as people, and in any relationship, even this goes with friends too. So Nate, get ready. And Caesar, and Rudolph. But it goes deep, man, when you start having that one-on-one time and not a group of people. A group setting is more like a hangout. When you do that intimate relationship, man, that freaking one-on-one time to really get to know the person and what they like, and because I really don't know. And I told myself that I wanted to actually obtain that goal this year. And it's just, like I said, it's not like a yearly thing, because there's a lot. I have a lot of friends too. It's hard, but it's me trying to make an effort to work towards that, so I can get some. One thing I want me to be a better person, because I isolate too. I'll isolate from people, and even though like I'm on this thing and doing that, and we think we're okay with social media and we're so social, it is not. It is the farthest from the truth. It is a fantasy, and we get stuck in that, and we think we're social, but really, man, we are hermits, and we're isolating, and it's a mental void that we're creating for ourselves. And I noticed it myself, so that's why I say yes. This is my goal for this year, is to make more intimate relationships with my friends and the people I care about, so I can know who they are, what they like, and then be more intentional with I don't know, birthdays, holidays, you name it, man. Phone calls, just yeah. That's my thing for this year, man. Yeah.
I do the words thing too. That's funny. I didn't know you did that.
Oh yeah.
Mine was balance and boundaries, because well, we're a lot alike. I mean, I'll grab a hold of work and I'll shut everything else out except for work. And then I get blinders on. It's work, go to the gym, come home and go to bed. Work, go to the gym, come home and go to bed. Work, go to the gym.
Robotic.
And the kids are
Robotic.
hey, I'm like, yeah, dinner, whatever. Hold on, let me finish this email. And then, oh, yeah, just let me do this. And I'm stuck on my phone, still working 4 hours after I got home from work. And I'm not giving anybody any of my attention. So balance and boundaries, balance between the work life and the home life and the gym life, because I go crazy with that too. And setting some boundaries with work ends at a certain time. and I'm not taking any more phone calls, and I'm not returning any more emails, because I doubt any of the people emailing me are expecting an immediate response at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And I can glance at it and go, okay, well, nothing's on fire. I will move on. If it's on fire, fine, I'll respond. Literally, we left the dumpster over at the beach for a roofing project, and someone shot a firework in it, and it was actually on fire a few days ago. I got that email, and I'm like, hey, well, we're not over there working, so you're gonna have to call your local fire department. I'm in North Carolina.
So let me read a couple topics. I mean, not a couple topics, a couple comments. And then Rudolph, let's hear what you got going on for this New Year's, and then we'll save the best for last. He hates when I do that, just to let you know.
He always has the best stuff. I mean,
let's see. We have let me see where we're at. Okay, we got Helen. We'll go right here. My goal this year is to have more serenity in my life. I will accomplish that goal by taking better care of myself. No is a full sentence that I need to practice more. You and me both. And we got Bridget says, I like targets instead of goals. Ooh, there we go. A target, I like that.
I like Target. Sorry.
We have. I cannot pronounce that name. I'm so sorry. If anybody wants to give a crack at it,
AJ.
AJ. Thank you, Nate. You pronounced it perfectly. I listened to your podcast, Hope Shot, Content Prior to Investigation. Very good, honest, powerful staff there. 6 years, 10 months today. Congratulations to you, AJ.
Bravo.
Thanks, Nate. We got Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. We got 3/24/22, just hit 21 months. Congratulations. And we got Bridget says, Loves isn't as awesome as Buc-ee's. Oh, crap, man. We're going to have like wars out there in the comments.
Listen, I've never made it to a Buc-ee's because everywhere that I'm going, the exit's like 34 miles past my exit. So I never have actually walked into a Buc-ee's. So I cannot compare. Yeah. So I'm Team Loves for now.
And I see that Jennifer asked about Kramer. She asked about what exactly is this live, like a meeting? Yes, and Helen answered for us. So thank you, Helen, for that. I see it down here in the comments. It's kind of like a meeting, I guess you could say.
It's like sometimes it's like a meeting. Sometimes it's just talking about life. It's just people in recovery talking about what we do day in and day out and how we do it without putting a substance in our body. That's it.
That's it.
And it's New Year, New Me. That's the topic tonight because that's what we're all facing at this moment as people in recovery going into a new year. And not all of us have cool purple color changing lights.
Sorry, bro. You better get a better goal. You're welcome, by the way. Nate's warming out there. Let's see. Jennifer says balance is a huge key to life. Balance within self brings balance with life's priorities. If you don't catch it at the time, they are still comment on it when I think they are talking about the live. It's probably one of the comments. And then we have Jenny. All right, I'll call you Jenny. Let's see. And we have Sean says, I have OD'd 60 times. I'm 4 years sober and really thank God to be alive. Congratulations.
Wow.
Buddy, man.
Yeah. No kidding.
Thank God. Right?
Yeah.
60 times is crazy, man. It ain't getting no better out there either. Well, Rudolph, man, what's going on, man? What's your word this year? What you focusing on, man?
Growth. In general, because I mean that just kind of engulfs everything that I want to do. I mean, I'm at the end of year one, and I actually had a conversation with a member of my church the other morning, and she made a comment, and she was like, we were talking to somebody else in the group, and she said to the other person, she was like, you should have seen Rudolph when he first came in and started coming around like a year ago. Like, you think he's goofy or like out, you know, just kind of outlandish now? Like, you should have, like, he's toned down a lot. Like, and I mean, that's a church, you know, like I never even saw myself going into a church. I mean, that was a huge step by itself. I mean, I was baptized the same day that I was like, all right, you know, this is it for me. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do it, you know, drugs anymore. Like, I'm done. And so much has happened in the last year. I almost feel like it's surreal, you know, like I just never expected it. It to me, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And because of that fact, like, I didn't have really a set goal or plan for it to play out. Like, I really just had to put everything in God's hands and just be like, all right, so I'm going to get up this morning. I'm going to put on my shoes. I don't know what I'm going to do from there. So, I mean, I just started learning, you know, like, I didn't have really direction. Most of this stuff started for me digitally, like, and I'm a big tech person, and that's how I came into it. I mean, I was bored. I was going out of my mind. I was like, I got nothing to do, nowhere to go. Like, I got to do something. So I just started YouTube and stuff. Eventually, I found the Hope Shot, and was like, oh, there's other people in the area that are doing this, and you know, are succeeding at it. Like, I want to be like that. And I didn't even start going to recovery meetings or anything like in person until probably about 2 or 3 months ago. And growth is just kind of it's the only direction for me to go. Cause I mean, I know there's so much more that I want to learn. Whether it's, you know, in the recovery meetings and stuff, like, I was so against all that. And there were so many things that I was against pretty much all of last year up until recently. And it was just a matter of being willing to grow and being willing to hear what my faults were and have people say, you know, this is something that you're doing that's probably not the smartest thing for you to be doing, or you should be doing more of this. And it took a lot of that guidance that came from, well, from some of you, from my mom, from my brother. You know, there was a huge, I'm so blessed to have had such a huge group to support me, and not just people in recovery, but I think I just was trying to find connection. You know, like, I was reaching out. It was a cry for help. And then even after that, even once I knew I was done, I was like, I'm not going to go back to the drugs and the alcohol. There were so many people in this area that saw what was happening and were just so encouraging and empowering, and like, go do it, you know, do whatever you need to do. And I mean, I started learning about drones and cameras and photography. This is something I never imagined learning to do, never really knew I had that much of an interest in. And then I was like, okay, maybe I can make some money doing this. So I started a business doing real estate photography, and then eventually video stuff. And I'm just, it's been a year. You know, like, a year. I would have been stunned to find out any of this would be possible even within 4 years. And Caesar was talking about driver's license, getting your driver's license, setting a goal. You know, I'm going to get my kid back, and all these other things. And I'm like, I feel like I've surpassed so many of these big goals that I had already set for myself. But now, like, I'm ready for the next thing. There was a post earlier on the Hope Shot about this is your year to mature. Be careful with, you know, things that you say, and you're going to be more mindful about this and that. And I really believe that. I believe this is my year for growth and maturity, and there's going to be a lot of things that I want to improve on. I do want to quit with nicotine, vape, smoke. I swore I was going to do it last night. And I was like, I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to this stuff. I'm not doing this anymore. This is lame. And I told everybody about it too. I was like, you know what? I'm done. And today I'm still doing it because I was like, well, I bought the thing, you know, I don't want to waste it. And I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna baby step that down. I'm gonna wait till it just sucks and it's bad and it hurts to use it anymore. Like when the vape goes bad and it just tastes terrible. Like I'm just gonna let that happen and maybe scar myself into like I don't want to do it anymore.
I'm on that same page with you. It's been in the back of my mind for a while now that I really want to put down the damn vape. And I do all this health stuff, and I still got this damn vape in my hand, and I'm like, oh God. So I didn't make that. I didn't make it a goal, but it needs to be on the table as something to work on this year.
Yeah, that's the other thing for me is I mean I see all your stuff all the time about stuff that you're doing in the gym and working out, everything else. I mean, I'm 35 and I've been like this size like since I was 18, you know, so like there's not really been much there, but a lot of that was like just not a lot of it was shame based, honestly. Like that's where the growth wasn't there, was because I didn't believe that I could get there, number one. And number two, like once the alcohol and drugs came into play, like it was over. There was no chance for me to ever grow. But now I'm like, maybe if I wouldn't have spent all those years smoking, and maybe if I wouldn't have spent all that time drinking sodas and shit like that beforehand, then maybe it wouldn't have led into some of this other stuff. I mean, some people say caffeine, stimulants, nicotine, you know, maybe that's the gateway drug. There's nothing I can do about it now except understand that I was able to quit drugs and alcohol, and now, you know, to be able to put that aside and start focusing on regular everyday things, exercise and things like that, because I'm going to need to exercise carrying around that camera gimbal and like do all this stuff all day. I mean, it's not roof work, it's not, you know, by the way, if you're still looking for a mascot, still, you know, but if you can't, I mean, if you can't carry a gimbal, you can't really do much with real estate photography because you can't be shaky. So I definitely want to start working out and getting in better shape. Not even just for that, but just for my own sake, because I'm tired of feeling tired all the time. So yeah,
Just
my
take a
New Year's.
Just take a dumbbell, bro, and just run around, dude. Just like this.
I thought about it. I was like either that or like a shake weight, but I don't want to be running around the streets, you know.
Hey, you know,
anytime you want to join me, you got my phone number. You just hit me up or hit Nathan up. Nathan's in the gym every day. Either one of us would be happy to bring you along and get you started at least.
Cool. I'm definitely looking at that. I appreciate it very much. And, you know, as long as I don't wind up on the cover of Mad Magazine the next day or something, Caesar's memes and, you know.
You're going to. It's happening. What do you mean?
Listen,
It's happening.
I would never do it in that context, but everything outside of that gym is fair game.
I swear I was holding a dumbbell in that picture.
It's not a dumbbell now.
Hey, and now on that smoking, vaping, nicotine thing, I didn't think I was ever going to quit it either. Ever. I didn't think I was going to ever quit it because it was the last thing I had. So I held on to that thing so much because it was the only thing I had left that was like, I don't know, like I was like to grieve everything. I was grieving all this stuff that I lost, you know, I thought I lost, right? It's like I had that in my mind, that mindset. It's like this is the last thing I have to give up. It's the only thing I got left, right? Because I gave up drugs and alcohol. Like I'm telling you, this is the sick thinking, and it's the truth. And then we put this damn we put this thing in our head. It's like, this is the only thing I got. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody else does that, but that was me, man. Like, I didn't have anything else left. And this is the only thing that would like give me relief from stress. and now I actually have to deal with it. As it comes. Can't go smoke a vape, can't go smoke a cigarette because I don't want to, So it comes, man, over time, one thing at a time. So anyways, man, well, hey, Rudolph, thanks for coming on tonight, dude.
Yeah,
And
no, thank you
congratulations
guys.
on your year.
Glad
Yeah.
to be here.
I was like, let's go pop his cherry for that 1 year.
Yeah.
Yay.
Had me running around everywhere. I went to Best Buy and Walmart, like on the way home. I was like, I gotta start getting set up. And then I get home and like none of it works. So I'm like, all right, here comes the phone.
Hey,
It's all
I just
good.
want to put this up there.
Wait, I thought you were a techie, bro.
I
Yes.
am techie.
Caffeine is not on the table. It's something I'm giving up.
No.
Kevin.
So you calm down. Get that off there. What are you doing?
It's not on the table. I rebuke thee.
Yeah, right. Get out of here, devil. Nate's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna read some comments and then Nate, I'm gonna give it to you. Let's see. We have. Let me go back up a little bit. I've seen. I have a couple people that were asking about something and I freaking didn't do it. All right. Let me go back down. Okay. Is that it? No. Okay, here we go. Pat is asking, is there Hope Shot recovery apparel? And I said, yes, there is. We have shirts. Nate, you want to look too? Put it up. Put your chest out. Say it with your chest. And then we have the Hope Shot logo on the front, and then we have one in the back. It's a gray shirt. It's super soft. I got Freedom shirts. I don't know how many I got left. Those are limited. And then we also have sweaters that I have not. You know what? I meant to do a giveaway today, and I didn't. I was going to give away a sweater. Dang it. So many things. See? Messing up, and it's okay. Hey, next Sunday, you guys jump on, okay? I'm going to give away a sweater. All right? Next Sunday, we're going to give away a sweater. So tune in. We got actually next Sunday is going to be Ryan Hampton. He's going to be sharing his story. So that's going to be a good one. Let's see. We have Tiffany says, my word is bounced as well. All right. We got a bunch of bounces. That's a fleeting one too. Let's see. We have Rachel says, much needed meeting for me tonight. Thanks, guys. So happy I just checked Facebook. We are too. Thanks for coming on. Join us next Sunday, 8 p.m. live. We have Jenny says, cool. I'm in recovery with 3 kiddos. My husband is disabled and terminally ill, so I'm also a caregiver for him. And everything feels out of my hands. All glory to God. The Lord has saved my soul. Congratulations to you. Let's see. We have nope. Yeah, Kelly. Caffeine is necessary. Yes, it is. My hoodie is my favorite. Just come sport it real quick. Do a modeling. Jenny, just send it to me. They're super soft, I'll tell you. I just haven't had time to be able to do anything with all that. It takes a lot of time. All right. So, Nate.
Yo. All right. Justin chastised me for bad camera angles earlier, so I'm trying to make sure.
Bro, it's all about the angles, bro. You know that the angles are important.
Angles and lighting. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is a cool topic, man. I feel like it's cool. What happened this morning is, I woke up, did all my normal prayer, meditation, readings, and everything. Like, it's funny how that type of stuff, when you're kind of plugged in and aligned with your source, how kind of whatever you're going through in that time, whatever time of the year it is, whatever, it always kind of aligns. And that's what happened for me today. And, I woke up, and, feeling, confident, safe, secure, spiritual, aligned. And what happened is I got a phone call from a kid I grew up with. we had helped facilitate his him into a sober living a few months back, and he didn't work out, and he's been on the streets and running around, running and gunning ever since. And he called me this morning saying, "Look, I'm finally going to treatment," which he did. So that was at 7:30 this morning, and then I get another call from the guy I used to sponsor who just went to detox, and then I get another call from one of my employees saying, "Hey, my good friend I grew up with just went into detox. Can you help him?" And I'm like, "I'm sure we can." So like for me, that's all the answer I need right there. Like what are my goals? What am I supposed to do this year? And that is fit myself to be of maximum service to others, right? What can I do to be in a position just to give this message, to reach out my hand, to be in a position spiritually, mentally, emotionally, to to reach somebody that's that can't be reached. And I just like so much good stuff shared today. I love hearing from Rudolph's perspective too, in that first year, and like how all the like the exponential change that occurs in that first year. And I'm here to tell you like that doesn't stop. I mean, it changes. The outfit might change, but like it might look different on the outside, but yeah, that may I always have those that transformative year, or I'm becoming stagnant. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Because if I'm not challenging myself to grow, I'm regressing. Especially this disease is cunning and baffling. If I'm not staying on top of this thing and staying busy and prioritizing recovery and God and service, then I'm in trouble. And like I feel this year for me coming up, it's like it's come up like several times in the last couple weeks, but emotional sobriety, because we the obsession from alcohol and drugs are miraculously lifted, right? And boom, we discover that, oh, that was the least of our problems. I'm a bloody mess, man. I'm just, I have all these emotional hangups. I have all these insecurities. I have all these fears that have absolutely nothing to do with substance at this point. I've been sober nearly 6 years, and so like, how do I get to that next level? How do I start not letting external circumstances dictate how I feel? How do I, accept things that I cannot change? We say the serenity prayer on a daily basis, or hopefully, we hear it quite often. But how do I internalize that? Like, how do I really accept the things that I cannot change? And because I might eventually accept them, but they fuck me up when I'm in the process, And and how do I get to a point where pain doesn't have to be the great persuader? You know what I mean? How do I get, everybody saying pain is the greatest motivator, right? How do I get to that point where I don't need that pain? I have enough awareness. I have enough spiritual connection. I'm aligned enough to understand, to read the signs, to feel the gentle nudge from my higher power within, to shift when I'm going in the wrong direction. That's really what I'm aiming for this year, is to become, emotionally sober, because that for me is where I'm at in my journey, is probably what I struggle with the most. A lot of change this year for me, a lot of transition. I'm still catching up, I haven't gotten it all right. But at the end of the day, one thing I know I've done right is I showed up for my program. I prioritize God. I prioritize service. I do all the things that I need to do on a daily basis to keep me in a position to grow in the first place, because if I am not staying busy in my program, I am not even in a position to evolve. I want to put myself daily in a position to not only have the space to grow, but to have that conscious contact with my higher power. So, you know, because for me, that's the most important relationship I need to have today. With that relationship intact, I'm able to carry on relationships, you know, in my personal life and in recovery, in business, with a little more integrity, with a little bit more compassion. Because if I truly, you know, have a working relationship with my higher power, then I truly understand grace and forgiveness, because I know who I am. I know where I've come from. And if this power can forgive me, if this power can give me grace, and if this power can open up these doors for me to experience, like Rudolph was saying, it's surreal. Like the things I'm able to experience today, and the blessings that I'm able to receive, and the relationships, the friendships, you know, the love, the family. These things were not in the cards for me. This was not my reality. Danielle and I were talking about this evening about, you know, the relationship with my brother. Like a couple months ago, we were about to kill each other, you know, and through applying these spiritual principles in all my affairs, I was able to be humble, take responsibility for my part. And, you know, we got to spend the holidays together. We got to go surfing the other day together. Like, this stuff really works, man. This stuff really works if I keep applying it. And that's what I want to do. I just want to keep connecting, keep seeking, keep, you know, trying to, you know, find God in all the nooks and crannies of my life, because that has been like my greatest revelation this year is you know, enriching and enlarging my spiritual life, because with that connection becomes perception. And then if I'm truly be able to see what's in front of me, and I cannot help but be grateful. And if I'm living in gratitude, it's very hard to have a difficult day. And you know, I can be more forgiving, I can be more compassionate, I can and that goes for myself, because Rudolph, you hit the nail on the head. You know, the shame and the stuff like that's still, you know, just because I'm sober, I still struggle with that stuff. You know, self-worth, self-esteem, you know, one little comment, one little, you know, whatever, I can get thrown off base real quick. And I have to remember that you know, that I am worthy, that I am, you know, I am able to receive love today. I'm able to give love. And, you know, I'm just grateful to be in a position to grow, like I said earlier. And that's what I want to keep doing, is showing up in my program, showing up, you know, in my practices to enrich my spiritual life, and to be, you know, a good partner, a good stepdad, a good friend. And yeah, and just super grateful for the opportunity. This is a special day. You know, I never woke up sober on these days. I never woke up clear-minded with like intentions and goals and stuff. You know, what a gift, you know, to wake up in a warm bed next to this woman I love, and to go see my dad, and to go have a conversation with my brother, and to be of service, and have people calling me asking, how do I do this thing? And being in a position to translate that message, not because I'm some genius or some guru, is just because somebody showed it to me. So it's my responsibility to do the same back. And that's what I want to continue to do this year. I'll stop. I know it's 9:00. Thank you guys.
Hey, Nate, so what's your word for the year? Do you have a word?
I didn't really choose one, but I guess like, upon reflection, you know, yeah, what has like came up a bunch has been emotional sobriety, bro. That keeps, someone sent it to me the other day. It was at this New Year's party last night. Like, so it keeps getting brought up, and I don't know what you can get out of that, but I'm sure there's more than one word that I need to focus on in that subject. So
Yeah, no, I love it. I love that emotional sobriety. It definitely is the one that trips us up the most, you know. So I want you to riddle that real quick. I want you to what do you think about that comment? You want-
yeah, you know what? It's funny. That's another subject that's came up a bunch. I have a couple people that Caesar even knows who I'm talking about. I was talking to a friend, and someone that had a bunch of time, went back out, came back in, is back drinking again, and it's like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you shouldn't be feeling those things. I feel those things, and I haven't relapsed. You know what I mean? Like I believe that these are normal reactions, to relapse, whether you have 10 years, 10 days, whatever, So my advice in these situations is, first of all, give yourself a break, give yourself some grace. And and the time thing is so tricky in the recovery arena. People like idolize, oh, if I had this much time, and they don't forget the hopeless, crippling, paralyzing obsession. And just to be free of that for one moment, let alone one day, 1 week, is a miracle. Remember that, like, embrace that moment, because, and here we're talking about New Year's and setting goals, how about one day at a time? Oh, I used to hate that. Oh, one day at a time. That shit was so annoying. But all that is, it's just like a 40 other like religious or, denominations. They say the same thing. All it's saying is to be present. Here we are right now. What do we do next? And that's your most important. I think that's what you need to focus on. Who cares how much time you had? Refocus, start over. You didn't lose that time. You still have 10 years experience of recovery.
That's what I was. Yeah, I just unmuted to say that. It's not like if I work in the trades for 10 years and then I quit being an electrician and I go be a plumber, that I'm no longer an electrician anymore. I got 10 years experience being an electrician.
Right.
You've got 10 years of
like
being
that.
sober and 10 years of experience to draw on to be able to go, okay, well, shit, I know what I need to do to pick myself up and to move forward. I've got 10 years of experience of how to do what I need to do right now in this moment to get my head out of my ass and to get moving forward back in the right direction. And I'm with Nathan. I hate I lost all this time. You didn't lose anything. You gained 10 years of experience of doing the right thing, and you can draw on that experience right now in this moment and go, okay, let's turn this ship around and get going in the right direction. Everybody here that's on the screen that's ever relapsed, that's had any little bit of time. I mean, I was counting time even when I was incarcerated, man, because even that felt good because I couldn't put together any time out on the streets. But, if I had 9 months and I got released and I got that 10th month on my own before I relapsed, oh, I lost all my time. I didn't lose my time, man. I stopped putting things into action. That's what I did. I stopped using the tools that were given to me that I used on a daily basis on how I stayed sober. And as soon as I stopped using those tools, the tools of addiction were very easy to pick back up again. It's easy to relapse. It's hard to keep moving forward on shitty days, during deaths, during all these things that we have to face. It's hard, but it's a lot easier when I'm surrounded by people that are on the same path. So instead of focusing on guilt and shame and the time that you lost, focus on building your network of people that are going to hold you up when you're weak, because that's been the biggest thing, especially early on. I didn't have some kind of epic contact with God or source or any of that stuff. I had people that drug my ass along until I could do it on my own and establish that contact with the God of my understanding.
Thanks, Caesar. Yeah, quality over quantity. It's always important. That's how I always feel.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna read the rest of the comments, and then we're gonna say goodbye to all my company. Should I keep going? No. Okay. Just wondering. We got Rachel says, absolutely, Nathan. I can totally connect. The best thing about sobriety is getting sober, is getting our emotions back. The worst thing about getting sober is getting our emotions back. This is the human experience. We must stay grounded and aware. Let's see. We got Jenny. Soul searching and shadow work. Why are we the way we are? Process. God will guide you. That's a big old question mark right there. Why are we the way we are?
Tell me, Justin, why are we like this?
I have no clue.
Why we're like this?
I was born this way. Awesome. Hey, Catherine says, you see? We got Catherine says, keep up the awesome work, and to everyone on this feed and working towards choosing life. We are all stronger than we know. It may not feel like it, but trust me, it will get better. Challenge yourself, journal, pray, meetings, whatever you need to do to stay strong. Remember, there are good consequences. Yes, there are. That word is drilled into us, and believe me, there are good consequences with addiction into recovery and sobriety. Sorry if there's any grammar errors. If you knew me, you would understand. Don't worry, we're not the grammar police either, because I am not that good. We got Helen says, you're amazing, Nate. JJ says, good point. An addiction doesn't dictate who we are. It only signals a problem among many problems in everyday life. As long as you know what's up and what needs to be done, go for it. Exactly. We got Scott says, that's probably the only way I differ from y'all. I'm not religious, but I'm really happy for everyone that feels God leading them in the right direction. I give myself all the credit for saving me, though. It's always been on me and my decisions.
Yeah, and that, just to clarify, none of us are religious. There's a big difference between religion and spirituality. I use God, but not in like in a religious context, not in a Christian or Catholicism, or, it's just like a, familiar nomenclature. Everybody understands what I'm talking about. It's a source. It's a belief that I'm not running the show, and and surrendering to that idea. But there's a no one way, spirituality or whatever you believe in. It's like a big well, and there's 1,000 ways to tap into that well. As long as you're tapped into something, right on,
Yep. Let's see. We got Kelly says there's a good speaker on emotional sobriety, AA speaker. All right. I'm going through. I'm just seeing anything. Nope. That's it, man. We're going to go. Well, hey, man, thank you all for being here on New Year's Day, to kick off this new year with us, man. We're super grateful for all y'all that support us, that has supported us, or that's new here, and you're just getting to know us. We do this every Sunday, and we love to do this. This is something that keeps us going. I'm sorry, Rudolph, I know you don't feel a part right now, but
it's reindeer games, bro.
Yeah.
I'm never invited.
Island of Misfits.
Never let me join in.
Hey, but we love y'all, man. Hey, man, keep killing the goals. Have an amazing week, and we love y'all, man. See ya.
Yeah. Good night. And don't miss that Sunday. Don't miss this Sunday night.
No, do not miss.
This guy is amazing. Don't miss this. Tell everybody.
Happy New Year.
I'm gonna put the post. I'm gonna schedule it right after I get done here, and then share it. We're gonna click going. We're gonna get it out there. It's gonna be an amazing story. So we'll see you all next Sunday, 8 p.m. right here in the live on the Hope Shot. See you.